Hello YouTube, it's William here with GoPronoppers Trains, and today we're going to be reviewing, running, and taking a look at Athearn Genesis's Southern Pacific MT-4. Built in the 1920s in SP's own shops, the MT-4s were a 482 mountain-type steam locomotive. Operating in the southwestern region of the US, the class was considered a great success and saw many years of faithful service. Later in life, many were outfitted with skyline casings as they commonly served on passenger trains throughout the region. As the end of steam approached the United States, none of the MT-4s made it into preservation. More than 50 years after the end of steam on the Southern Pacific, Athearn introduced their HO scale model of the MT-4. Several variations were introduced, including an unstreamlined version, a all-black with skyline casing, and the configuration you see here, skyline casing and daylight color scheme. My engine number is 4361, and the prototype configuration existed between 1946 and 1951. And what a model it is! In my opinion, the Athearn Genesis MT-4 is one of the finest HO scale steam locomotives you can purchase today. The model comes with all of the features that you would expect from a modern, high-end steam locomotive, including crisp detail, whether it's molded in or separately applied, a smooth, quiet drivetrain, options for DCC only and DCC Sound, front and rear knuckle couplers right out of the box, and a number of other features that you don't necessarily see on other models of this caliber. In terms of detail, the MT-4 is one of the best looking non-brass engines out there. All of the cast-in detail is extremely crisp, especially including the rivets on the cab roof, tender deck, and other locations around the model. Separately applied detail really does pop against this engine, and the handrails are extremely delicate and look fantastic. I could try to name specific areas of detailed interest, however the entire model just looks great throughout. The skyline casing is particularly detailed with very crisp mold lines, and lots of separately applied detail, including handrails atop the casing. The drivetrain is similarly detailed with extremely crisp mold lines and a beautiful satin finish on the rods. One of my favorite details on this model is the stars in the center of the drivers. It's such a small detail, but it really does bring this engine to life. Not only does it run incredibly smooth, but it looks fantastic when it's in operation. Athearn also did a fantastic job when lighting this model, featuring warm white LEDs, directional lighting, toggleable number boards, and a realistic fade in and fade out on F10 selection. This is one of the best lighting packages on any of the DCC Sound HO scale steam engines that I have. It's not too flashy, and the warm white LEDs look absolutely fantastic. This is, in my opinion, how lighting on all premium HO scale locomotives should look. Athearn goes above and beyond here with the number boards. Straight out of the box, the number boards are blank pieces of plastic. Included with the model is a sheet of water slide decals that can be used to apply specific number boards to your engine. Options are given for both train and engine numbers, and the inclusion of this detail really speaks to the model's accuracy. Detail can only take a model so far though, so how does the MT-4 perform? The Genesis MT-4 has a drive that is up to snuff in terms of modern gear trains and drives. It is incredibly smooth and silent when operating. However, the MT-4 is geared considerably higher than its contemporary models. This results in a very high starting speed and rather lacking slow speed control. While this may not be a detriment to most large models, such as dual-service engines like these, this becomes problematic on the MT-4 when paired with its decoder. From the factory, the MT-4 is equipped with the Soundtrack's Tsunami decoder and is programmed with a hearty amount of momentum. The high operational top speeds and lack of low speed control can make stopping accurately a challenge, and it can be difficult to get smooth, elegant starts out of the model due to its high starting speed and hefty momentum programming. That being said, the momentum programming can be adjusted, and the model will of course handle running all day at track speed with no issues. The MT-4 isn't exactly a switch engine, and as such the lack of slow speed control can be forgiven. In terms of sound, the MT-4 is set up pretty well right out of the box, including a great sounding bell, whistle, and chuff. Other features present are a great package of idle sounds, a reverser that plays automatically on directional changes, dynamo startup, and variable chuff intensity that works very, very well. Chuff intensity will noticeably increase upon application of a heavy load or acceleration of the locomotive. While the engine is slowing down, they even included rod clank noises. It sounds fantastic. The only real gripe with the sound system on the MT-4 is the chuff timing. Out of the box, the engine displays closer to 3 chuffs per revolution than 4. Fortunately, this is easily adjustable, and this discrepancy seems to be consistent throughout the entire operating range of the engine. As such, it can be fixed with a quick reprogram. With all of that said, it's time for me to give my thoughts on the engine. And I think I summed it up pretty well at the beginning of the video by saying that the Athearn Genesis MT-4 is one of the finest HO scale models that you can buy today. Not only does it look and run really well, but any minor issues or gripes that may be had with the model can generally be fixed with a very quick reprogram. Setup of the model is very quick and easy, with the only thing that takes any real time being the installation of the number boards. That being said, this can be a somewhat nerve-wracking task, and I'm sure some modelers would prefer to have the number boards installed from the factory. That being said, I'm quite happy with how mine turned out. As this is a premium model, I wouldn't exactly recommend one of these for beginners, and the prices can be somewhat prohibitive. However, if you find one at a price that you're willing to pay, I would absolutely recommend snapping one of these up. And with that, we're going to conclude my review of the Athearn Genesis MT-4. We're going to go ahead and go over to the sound demo and running action shots, so I hope you guys enjoy the sights and sounds of this beautiful model in action. I have behind it a consist of Athearn streamlined passenger cars, and thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.